Good evening, good evening. Hello, everybody. What's up with this light? Let's see. I think that's better. I look better. So what we are doing here, we are washing the eggs. Good evening, good evening. I got my eggs and we are going to count them. That's how many minutes you're going to be here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to wash them. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We are counting eggs. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is a double yolk. We're going to check it. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. That's how many eggs I have. Okay? Now, where is the thing? Where is that? So, some of the chicken are blessed to have twins. So we're gonna check this to see if they are twins. Okay. Let's see.
Is anyone gonna drop you off? Yeah.
Let's see if this is double yolk. I just want to see. Because it looks really big and the chicken are like 6 months old.
I don't work tomorrow, so it's really like nothing. As in like I could stay forever type shit. So listen, just I'm coming upstairs.
Yeah? Double yolk? There's a chicken. One of my chickens
Okay, wait, hold on one more second.
laying double eggs. That's so cool. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys some of these things we do, the simple things, but they are so enriching. Now I have to sit here and wash these eggs and then they'll be ready. That's why when you go to buy organic eggs, they're expensive, because the process that they have to go through so you can find them in a tray. I have the trays here, by the way. We buy these trays from the chicken store where we buy the chicken food. So you wash them one by one, you let them dry, and then you put them in the thing, in the cage to sell. So if you're in New Jersey, in Burlington County, in Burlington County, not county, in Burlington County, come get your eggs. I'm not cooking. I already made mandazi, by the way. I'm about to make mandazi. I mixed this because I don't have money. I'm financially like struggling. I can't buy croissants. So I figured I should go cheap until I bridge the deficits. Is it the deficit? When you're living on negatives, when the money is short. You know, when you have kids in college, the money is short. So by the time you go to Costco to buy these eggs, but you know, when the Costco ones, they use machines. They have gentle machines that wash them. But if you're in New Jersey, come buy some of these eggs so I can, you know, pay a few bills with them. But I maybe not have a lot to sell because winter is coming. We might not have eggs starting from next month. Okay? So while we are here, I want to tell people who are struggling financially. If you have children in college, you have all these bills, you need to start giving yourself services so you don't have to spend extra money. If it's clothes, fix them. Don't keep buying clothes. If it's shoes, fix some of the shoes, because some shoes were defective before you bought them. So when a shoe just is defected a little bit, some of us trash them. Fix them. Try to cut your spending. Manage your money, because let me tell you, everything is tied to finances. People don't want to admit that fact, but everything is tied to finances. These people keep saying money is nothing. You go to Kenya and see how many people are dying from diseases that they could have been treated from. So don't say money is nothing. Even in America, people are denied services because they don't have insurance, and they cannot pay for some services. And even if you're getting some services, you're getting them at like a different kind of plan, like at a cheaper rate. Even medication, you're getting medication cheaper. Let people not lie to you that money is not everything. You need money. You need money to even have these lights that I'm turning on. You need money to even make mandazi. You need money to put gas in the car so you can move from point A to B. Let us just don't lie to ourselves. And it's always, I don't even know, you can't hear people who've acquired financial success saying money is nothing, because they know what money can buy. Money is a form of exchange for services. Something is it a, do we call it, no, commodities? What was the definition? How the commerce teacher told us? It's a form of exchange for services, yeah? Something that you give somebody to give you services. So if you need some services, like I can't teach my children here, I take them to Kumon and I pay Kumon, the Kumon Center, to teach my children math. You buy services. If you can buy some services that you are not able to do for yourself, it is okay. So now, why can't you, who's gifted, give those services? Like I'm a gifted farmer now, I know that. So I'm going to sell these eggs, and then I can pay the Kumon teacher to teach my child. Use money to make money. Use money to grow yourself, because you can't do everything. Some things you have to pay. I cannot make chapati, and by the way, I'm cooking beans tonight. I have beans here. I'm going to make with rice. That's the diet I'm on now. Some, like I was talking about some of the services, like you can't give. You just take whatever services you can give. If it's braiding, braid people, and then take that money and pay a teacher to teach your kids. Pay somebody to build a house for you. Pay somebody to clean your house. I don't know how to make chapati. That's what I was saying. I pay $2 for chapati, because I have tried to learn how to make chapati, but they are headache. Believe me, I can't. I don't know why. I pay $2. And I have a family of 6. We are 5 now. Dylan is not here. We are 5 of us here. I buy 10 chapatis. People here are not eating more than 2. Apana. Everybody is eating. The maximum is 2. You're done. We are not trying to overeat here, because where is the money to eat too much? So I'll buy 10 chapatis for $20. And don't tell me I'm starving the family. They just need to eat 2 chapatis. That's enough per person. And even me, I won't finish 1 per meal. I'm going to eat 1 tomorrow in the morning, like for dinner, and then eat 1 in the morning. Don't be eating too much. You don't need to eat more than 1 chapati. 2 chapatis max, if you're a man. That's it. And put a little rice, a few mashed potatoes, and then put some broccoli and vegetables, and you're full. The business of eating 4 or 5 chapatis in one sitting, it's not acceptable at all. That's why we are having problems, because people are eating too much. You're eating more than you need. Why are you eating more than you need? Yeah? Drink a lot of water. Eat your vitamins. Get some rest. All these things you need to do. So that way, you save your money and then put some money on stocks. You're not going to save if you keep eating and drinking all the time. You eat 5 chapatis. Eat 2 and save the rest for savings. If you have a 30-year mortgage, shrink it to 15. So if you are paying $1,500, you can increase another $500, pay $2,000, and pay off your mortgage, because some of your money you're paying to the mortgage company is going to the interest, and the great grandchildren of the banks are eating. Can you imagine who started Bank of America? The great-grandchildren are eating dividends. And here you are, buying a house for 30 years. And you're paying mortgage on for 30 years. And then you're financing, your interest rate is at 7%. Well, maybe you don't know. Now I'm telling you, your interest rate can be lower than that. Okay? And lower your mortgage to 15 years so you don't have to pay all that interest. Because Bank of America's great-grandchildren are not going to ever work. All these parents, grandparents who started these successful American companies, their children are not going to pay mortgage, but you from Nyando Chevere, you're going to pay all the mortgages because you're not using your skills to bridge that financial gap that you have. You think you're an engineer and you think you don't have any other skill. You have other skills. You can clean. You can even cut grass on the weekend. Find a second job to shrink your mortgage in half and finish it in 15 years and rest. Save yourself the headache. If it's a car, why are you financing a car for so many years? Try to come up with a good down payment. Pay it cash, straight up. If you finance a little bit. You want to drive a car. Can you imagine the owner of Range Rover? I don't know who owns Range Rover. My father had one, a Land Rover. I was born into one in 1973. I found him. I was born in 73. By the time I knew myself, he had a Land Rover. A Land Rover is the one that can climb the mountains. So, can you imagine the owner of Land Rover? Maybe somebody's name. I don't know. Even Toyota. It could be somebody's name. Sienna could be people's names. All these names you hear. This, if you do the history, is people who sacrificed a lot, lived a simple life, and in the process, they invested something for their children. So you have to start something that you're going to leave in your children's name by cutting your spending in half and paying off your credit card. Credit cards are for emergency, okay? Not for you to go eat out and then now you can't pay. You buy food for $10. You put it on your credit card. By the time you pay the credit card, the food is $30. You might as well have saved that $30 and gone and just paid cash, eat one time. Because now you're making somebody rich, eating with a credit card. You can imagine how that even sounds. How do you go out there, you charge your credit cards on things that are not worth putting an interest on, you know? And then now, the next thing you know, you are paying interest for the rest of your life. Those are things you should learn when you're young. Kenyans now have credit cards, okay? And they're misusing them. Or it's Fuliza. Even some people were being asked today how much money they have saved. They have none. They are saying they are Fuliza. Fuliza meaning they're borrowing credit. But you know what? People don't get rich overnight. It takes many, many years to make it. Here's my eggs. I'm all done. Here's my double yolk. Okay. I'm about to start cooking mandazi. This is mandazi for tomorrow. There is rice and beans. It's exactly what time? 7. So dinner should be ready anytime. And then I have to be in bed by 9. So good people, okay? As much as I came to show you the eggs, I had a message with the eggs. I'm telling you, get out of debt. Anything you can do for yourself, do it for yourself. Don't wait Costco to make the eggs for you and bring you the eggs. Those things you can do for yourself, do them for yourself, okay? It's going to cut your spending. And if you're in debt, like me, I'm in debt because I run also a business. Please join me in trying to bridge that gap. Your debt and your savings. Try to bring these things. You need to bring it closer. Reduce your debt. I'm working extremely hard. It's not easy. And I'm speaking as somebody who has debt that I acquired, I think, maybe in the past 2 years. Okay? Some of the debt is it's called overinvestment. You invest too much money in something and then you don't get the returns that quickly. So, join me in closing that gap. If you can get out of debt, invest some money. The skills you have, do something with them so it can earn you money while you're giving your skill to your company. Give your skill to yourself So that way you don't have to spend so much money. Like grow your own food, you know, clean your own house. Those things you can do for yourself. Do for yourself. Have a good night. And as usual, I told you today was Gratitude Wednesday. Be grateful for the people that make a difference in your life. Be grateful for the people that are willing to share information with you so you can grow. Be grateful to people who held you all along before you gained your success. Especially your parents who gave birth to you and raised you with so much little resources, but they raised you. Even if they didn't raise you the way you want them to raise you, they raised you to be where you are. You are breastfed. At least they didn't just take you and toss you in the toilet. There are so many children that the mothers tossed in the toilet because the fathers probably took off. Sometimes you don't know your story because your mom is too ashamed or embarrassed to tell you how you came around this world. Some of you, the people you call your dad, might not be your dad. Some of you, your mothers were raped. Some of you, your fathers are your brothers, your uncles that raped your mother, and your mother did not want to tell the husband that the brother raped, because back in the day, if your husband's brother rapes you, you're supposed to be quiet anyway. He's a family member. Thank God nowadays we can report people. Some of you, your mothers were raped and they had you, and they cannot get themselves to tell you how you came around this world. That is why even the Bible says that you have to respect your mother. Number one, respect your mother, respect your father, because you don't know your story. Some of the stories we mothers have, we can't tell people. And I know people who shared their stories who were impregnated by their brothers after they were drunk or they were high on something, and they became pregnant and had the children. Some of these secrets, the women have to live with them. And when you tell your mom, she tells you don't tell anybody because the baby is here. Anyway, that's not the topic. The topic is try to use your own resources, and if you're in debt, reduce your debt. God bless you. Have a good night. And if you've not liked my page, please like my page. I come here every day to say something positive to one or two people in the morning around 9. So you'll find me. Tomorrow we are going to talk about procrastination. And you know why tomorrow you have to tune in? Tell me exactly why you've been putting on hold to be a good person. Some of you are like bad people. Why have you been putting it on hold to be a person that people can look at and just be like, I wish I can be like an admirable person? Why are you delaying being a person of good character, you know? Some of us, it takes a lot of discipline. Some of us, we refuse to discipline ourselves to be of good character. We do bad things knowing we are doing bad things, and we keep saying that one day I'll get it together. No, you never get it together. Just be a person of good character that people can look and admire, you know? And that starts by saying you need to operate on integrity. Integrity is those things you do when nobody is looking. You're hiding. Some things you hide, you hope people don't find out. But when you have integrity, you do things, you're like, even if they find out, I will take responsibility. Have a good night. And Kenya, good morning.